normally try and interact with an audience, but with 800 it becomes really difficult. But I actually think I managed. And that's an amazing feeling to just see that you're making an impact.
Ooh. I'm not sure whether it does excite me anymore, it's just the money.
It does me. The thing that excites me about performing really is the fact that you're doing something good, you're making people laugh.
Except the ones that walk off.
Except the ones that walk off, and, you know.
It's a kind of two-way thing, seeing people enjoy and just connecting with them, you know what I mean? I kind of like that about it, really.
We spent a huge amount of time when we were on the road exercising. We would stay up all night long practicing our handstands. We used to spend hours balancing and tumbling and helping each other learn tricks and use our bicycles, that sort of thing.
I can do nothing like that. I can't even juggle.
Well, can I? I juggle with two things, but not with three.
That's not really juggling, is it?
No, it's chucking stuff up in the air, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from doing a bit of stretching, a bit of yoga, trying to get my foot behind my neck and stuff like that, you know, just to kind of loosen the old gizzard areas. Everyone used to get down and do bang out 20, drop and give me 20. So we used to do that. And then all stick our knuckles together like loads of bravado-y kind of, you know, blokey business, and put your knuckles together, you know, things like that, really, yeah.
No, oh my goodness, no way. They're so horrible. They're really frightening, and I think a lot of people are scared of clowns.
If it's badly done, it can be very sad.
Oh, it's totally embarrassing. Yeah, I don't like clowns.
It doesn't work out. You feel pity for them, and that's like so awful.
They don't look like they're happy. You know, the way they're painted smiles and their hair. And I don't like the music, that that horrible roundabout music with, clowns aren't not my...
Slapstick just isn't funny, I don't think. Do you know what I mean? A car falling apart and somebody falling over. It's like...
One of the things we least like about what we do is
working with each other.
Working with each other.
Yeah.
You're constantly having to travel with each other, work with each other, be creative.
Do interviews.
Do everything together.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm one of these that goes to the doctor when it's generally necessary. I mean, I ain't one of these goes for every pill, potion and tablet that there is. You know, if I know what's the matter with me, I mean, I expect the doctor to do something about it. I won't be fobbed off by them.
I'm the kind of person that's sort of a bit of a hypochondriac, and if I get a little sort of nagging pain or something, I automatically think it's something really serious. But then I never go to the doctor, really.
And you never shut up about it either.
I know, it's just kind of like typical bloke, I suppose, where...
It's not.
Should we rave about it now?
Can't do with sputum, and I can't do very much with feet. I can't do anything with anybody's feet. I can't have all I'm doing anything with my own, and sputum really makes my stomach turn over. You know. I don't mind vomit. I mean, I could have had a DVT, couldn't I, laid in bed all that time, but I mean, as I said, they gave me an anticoagulant. Anyway, I'm here to tell the story, so there's people worse off than I am, and I can walk about all right. I had a blood test the other day, but I do not like needles. I don't like needles at all. I look away when I'm having an injection.
I'm fine with injections into any part of my body, but I won't have them in my mouth. And the reason is that I've
always been completely the opposite. I love injections in my mouth.
Really?
I really quite like them. In fact, the more sort of intrusive the dentistry, the better I like it, really.
Well, I'm not keen on dentists now. I was the last in Britain to be gassed.
They didn't use enough gas, did they?
No, I mean, I did come round. But that's when they first started phasing gas out, because they said gas is too dangerous.
I've got a small scar on my forehead where a child threw a brick at me. Well, it seemed like a brick at the time, but... I've got a scar here.
I have no scars whatsoever anywhere. Have I? In fact, you count that as a scar. It's only a little...
Well, it is a scar, yeah.
Well, I don't count it as a scar, so...
Do you not?
No.
I've broken all my toes, I've got a dodgy knee, I've busted both my ankles and bent my feet back round so they're next to my shins, broken my hand and my wrist, my collarbones 3 times, bashed my head, knackered my back. And it's all been worth it. I've had crabs, they were good.
They got out of hand, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
The stigmas in most species of Nymphaceae, the stigma, which is the female organ, actually gets warm by 3 to 6 degrees centigrade and emits a smell, a pheromone. And the pheromone attracts the insects. And the insects shush what?
The phone.
But the phone's interrupting me, not me the phone.
Yes, but...
Do you want me to stop?
I like seeing friends and just sort of taking it easy and just sort of being comfortable but not extravagant.
I just like sitting down, eating, drinking, being merry, really.
Christmas is celebrating something to do with God, yeah? But then again, do you believe in God? You know? It all goes around that sort of thing, like. Yeah. So I think Christmas is the time where people just goes out and just goes mad and buying people's gifts and stuff like that.
Christmas is Jesus' birthday, I think, but I think it's not the exact date. I think something else happened on that day, but I'm not exactly sure.
Christmas. I love... I go everywhere at Christmas time with my mistletoe attached to my glasses, and then I can kiss all the chaps that I've come in contact with. I managed to get the caretaker. Well, I didn't manage to catch him because I had my mistletoe on, and he was in the car park, and I went up to him and I showed him my mistletoe, and he ran, and he's a really fast runner, and I couldn't catch him.
It's just the excitement of actually, just still get a bit of a thrill out of it, after all these years. Brings me back to my childhood.
As I get older, I like hearing Christmas carols, and that's quite nice sometimes, but if it's cold at Christmas and there's snow on the ground, it's lovely that side of it.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. So much fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. So, dashing through the snow on one horse open sleigh.
I love dressing up, I love dressing up at Christmas, The flashing earrings and all the tacky stuff, I just like the atmosphere and seeing the kids' faces, and just always liked it.
So, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin flew away. La 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 la.
I used to love it when I was a kid, but I've been a bit busy these past couple of years, so I've not really noticed it. It's just flown by and then it's been completely gone. And the telly's so absolutely appalling. Just don't really see it go by. I feel really awful for saying that because I'm not miserable.
Christmas Eve we get off early, so they'll run around all these mad places. Sometimes you get a bit jealous that everyone else is still snuggy and wrapped up in their beds and you're out there in the freezing cold, but it's got its compensations. Being appreciated, that's the nicest part of it, when you are appreciated.
I think it should go back to the way it was, like the old pagan days. Christmas.
Celebrating nature, just sit down with a big plate of organic food, that'll do.
Midwinter's feast on winter solstice.
She makes a marvellous cook. She makes a big turkey or chicken. There's a variety of pork as well. Little sausages wrapped in bacon. Little prawn cocktails to start off with.
I don't really enjoy a proper Christmas meal. I did used to like a nice bit of turkey and stuffing and spuds and all the vegetables, but it's just salad and spuds for me now, I'm afraid.
Trifle, it's always good. I'm always starving, so that's really what Christmas, I suppose, means to us.
There's always an argument, isn't there? And sometimes even the turkey ends up on the wall.
I think even if you hate turkey, you've got to have it at Christmas. I think it's the law.
Delicious turkey.
Turkey butties, a bit of stuffing on it, you can't beat it.
And a bit of cranberry sauce on mine.
No, you can't beat that.
I do feel that I'm being pulled in all directions. They're all going to get a piece of me.
So we had the normal sort of, lunch and then sort of all sat around playing a few games. And we had this great room, because we've actually moved since, but it was a converted barn, and it was just one massive old stone barn with a snooker table in it. It turned out to be a bit of a party, which, less of the sort of family stuff, but more of the sort of, let's have a great old time.
When I'm closing my eyes, I go 1 reindeer, 2 reindeer, 3 reindeer. I count them. And that's what makes me go to sleep.
It's best if you're a kid, because then you ask for something. Like the new underwater man with the special tanks on his back and the flippers. And instead of that, you get this big chemistry set, and you're 6 years old, and you've got 50 test tubes full of chemicals to play with. And you look at it and you go, oh, thanks.
As far as the exchanging of presents goes, well, I've given up with that idea.
I think people get more stupid with their money at Christmas. The amount of stuff that people buy, I think people buy things just for the sake of buying them. They don't actually think, this is useful, you know what I mean?
You can get like a stocking, like a selection box, but a selection stocking for pets.
Well, that's different than selling your cat a card, isn't it? Because what can a cat do with a Christmas card?
Yeah, I can imagine a farmer sending a card to his herd.
For the cow at Christmas.
Not to be confused with the wife or anything.
I'm obviously not crazy enough with my presents, but one thing that I always give, and it's the best present because I was given it myself, that was the fondue set. The best present in the world. Great.
Yeah. It's nice giving things. I came across an old saying. I love old sayings. They last because they're true. The grasping hand is never full. To be full, the hand has to give.
The only thing I ever got given to me, because I didn't want to buy it, was a pair of white fronts. I think that was the only thing ever given to me that wasn't a Christmas present. But I can certainly give it something for a Christmas present.
I think it's tough for us. Imagine what it's like for Santa, sort of. How many billions of people does he have to deliver to? And he does it in about 4 hours. So he's a pretty cool guy. Especially for the size of him. He's a big fat belly. I don't know how he does it.
Brilliant.
And I had one of the most startling, not scary experiences of my life. I actually bumped into, you mentioned a reindeer before, it's a deer, a reindeer, or a big animal, and I scared it, scared me, I scared it. We scared each other. Completely dark apart from just a light from the stars.
People probably say to you, it must be tough having to work all Christmas. That is the sort of peak time. You can use all your different skills, your comedy.
Happy birthday, Santa! Happy birthday, Jesus! Happy Christmas, everybody!
There's sterile waters somewhere, and the volcanic chemicals and all that has started life, and then we've evolved from that. What I do find hard is the fact that we've actually evolved from something so minuscule, like so microscopic, to the dinosaurs, to us.
I think that we come from some kind of chemical explosion that caused some form of life to be created, and that we eventually slithered out of the sea, and it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but eventually we're going to be extinct.
Into the planet thousands, hundreds, millions, whatever, years ago, and in fact already did colonise this planet as an alien race.
we'd be able to do some good tricks if we had a couple more legs. I'm sure we'd be able to work out some new stunts for the show, so that could be a positive advantage, definitely at this stage.
Depends whose legs they were, doesn't it, really?
I think, I mean, obviously we'd adapt in whatever way if we had extra legs, but...
It wouldn't it? If you had 6 legs, where would your arse be?
Yeah.
My family's been out here running a donkey ride since 1886. We've been here, so we're a long-established family, and we've seen a lot of changes over the years.
We're great beach people, but not sunburning, but not sunbathing. The bottom line is we never sunbathe.
When it does rain, it clears the beach. As soon as you get some rain, there can be thousands of people along the beach. As soon as you get a drop of that rain, they're gone.
Donkey rides, and dodging cars and candy floss, toffee apples, they're the things that you sort of associate with British seaside resort, you know.
Yeah, indeed. My wife and I holiday annually in Cornwall or Devon. My wife actually must have sea and coast on her holiday agenda, so that over the many years, even though all our holidays have been in Britain, we've only once been to a non-coastal county, which is Shropshire. We had a fine holiday there, but the need to be near the sea nevertheless draws us back time and time again.
I think the favourite beach that I do is right up there where you can see the cliffs at Scarborough, where the donkey ride is on the south side, on the north side. I think that's the nicest part of the Bridlington Beach, but I think the Scarborough Beach is the nicest one that I've ever been to.
Yes, I think we've got a lovely beach. The only problem is obviously the sea doesn't come in very often. Usually it's only in twice a day, and it usually seems to be the wrong time of the day for holiday makers.
What I love is just splashing in the waves, and it's really cold, and you just jump in the sea, swim around in there, and it's just really nice.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. No, too many germs in the sea, too many things that can make you ill and bad. You know, if you want to stay healthy, stay out of the sea. That's what I say.
In our own part of the world, we're extremely attached to Whitby and visited in what's called our Whitby season, which is from October to March.
I've always felt uncomfortable with hot weather. I don't like hot weather. I don't like it. So, and you don't either.
No, I can't.
So
we're agreed on that.
I love sunbathing because it's very warm and it's very relaxing, and it's almost like just being in bed, really, isn't it? Except it's like having a big electric blanket over you all the time, and you go brown, and that's always good.
I can't sunbathe for very long because I had a very hot summer. I got sunstroke, and I can't sit out in it too long. I can sit for so long. I sit for an hour, put some plenty of cream on, but after that I start feeling sickly and I've got to come in.
At the end of the day, what's it doing? It's cooking you, isn't it? The sun is actually cooking you.
Plus
That's
I get
why you
heat
go
rash.
brown flat.
If I'm in it for 10 minutes, I get a heat rash.
No, don't want to burn my skin, do I? Bad for you.
I love scrambling over rocks, being in the rock pools, and just looking for cracks and looking for mussels.
Pollution is a problem everywhere, isn't it? I don't know. On the beach, what do you get? What pollution do you get on the beach? You get, well, too many people, probably, with worse pollution and radios.
The only reason I'm still doing this job is because of the children. If you see their faces as they get off a coach, remember some have never seen a beach before, and it gives us great pleasure. The children are what make the job.
The old stuff, the donkeys and the carts and things like that, they're going to be around for a long time to come, yeah. The high-tech games, I think really they've had their day.
As to the finest holiday that I've had, I would probably say, paradoxically, that it was in the Lake District during the foot and mouth epidemic.
My ideal British holiday, I'd probably like a weekend sit and bake myself living by the sea.
What's the neighbourhood like round here, both of you?
As I look down, I can see an empty beer keg standing beside a plastic bucket full of don't know what. And looking out further, a melange of undergrowth and rubbish and rocks and bricks and concrete and shoes, and then in the distance the marvellous vista of the motorway. It's like a dream come true.
We went to a friend's last weekend, and this poor little hamster's in this wheel thing for its exercise.
Well, it had a little car. It was a Volkswagen Beetle with a wheel in the middle, and it actually, by working the wheel, moved across the carpet.
At the end of the day, most of it's the U factor, the R factor, you know. That's, oh, look at that, you know. Cute little kitten.
I heard, through the body odor from others, we realize if we are genetically matching or not. And unfortunately, the way nature works is the odor rather than perfume, you know. So the way it is, I'm sorry, I can't change it, so I smell, and I like to smell people as well. If I smell you in the street, don't be offended.
I went to an animal rescue charity in a very deprived part of northwest London. And I took one look at her, and something happened. It was one look, absolutely one look.
I didn't really like him, actually, to be honest, at the beginning, because I thought it was a bit of a sort of know-it-all.
Oh, yeah.
But the way he ate a sandwich, that was it, really. And you could see his stomach. So yeah, that's why I quite liked him, first of all.
You've got to be confident and optimistic. If you're pessimistic and always on the back foot, I don't think you get anywhere. So, you know, a bit of the old cockiness, you know, I think they all like a bit of that.
I am sexy all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Well, which part of you?
Oh, all of
exactly?
me, of course. You know, that's... So I feel like that when I get out in the mornings, you know, I feel very sexy. Most of the times you're not there, but there you are. That, you know, can't help that, can you? But do you feel sexy?
No, not particularly.
Well, it is early, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Of course I'm sexy. I can use my voice. I can tell you I love you. I can whisper this on your ear 100 million times and you will scream for more, more and more. I have a great smile, which you will never find anywhere else in this world.
It sounds corny now, but you used to always get the same chat line I say. You know what it is? You know the best part of your body? It's a bit in between the top of your head and the bottom of your feet. All of you. I say, you're lovely. I said, I've seen some lovely lasses in my time, but I said, but you must have been right ahead of the queue in the audition with the good looks. But when I was saying all these things, I had my fingers crossed.
Biggest turn on for me. Lovely bottoms. They must have a nice bottom. I don't know what it is. Not too bothered about the front bit, but the bottom bit I do quite like.
I'd never worried about size or shape. I've lived with mongrels for half my life. And suddenly here was I, head over heels, in love, or what?
It's lovely being in love. It makes you all twinkly and it makes you all happy. And sometimes I can't think straight, do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking of him.
If you're looking for a disco dancing spring rabbit, then you would find me a bit boring. But if you are the kind of person who likes to sit around and moan a lot, then you could say I'm a very good companion.
No, actually, he's not too bad. He's not that unsavoury a person. I think he's all right.
Thank you.
I'm really intolerant.
I'm not that unsavoury a person.
The thing is with you, your mother did everything for you. And then when you come up to me, you're already bloody useless.
Obey. That's what the vicar
No,
said.
I didn't. When we got married, I did not obey.
Obey.
No, I didn't obey.
Obey.
No.
I have lots of trapped air that has to get out somehow. And that's really bad when you're sleeping with someone. And methane gas is lighter than air, so you end up on the ceiling. And so that's why I choose not to sleep with anybody, and that's why I don't have a partner for a long time. It's all not my fault, it's the methane gas fault.
I've got about, wait, let me count. 19 boys fancy me, but I don't fancy them. I actually fancy Roo and he fancies me because you're pretty, that's why. I'm really gonna get in for that.
I used to be very romantic when I was younger. I think everybody who's younger is very romantic, you know. Fall in love, thinking about the partner, doing different things to them in your head.
Romantic? No, not really.
Yeah, you
no,
are. You are. Really, really,
nonsense. No, I don't think so.
I think you are. You're very thoughtful. You are.
You've never said that before.
Oh, I'm not on tape then, am I?
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit romantic. I like to lavish gifts upon my my wife, and I do like to treat her to things that I know that she likes.
Trip down Tesco's.
Trip down Tesco's.
Yeah.
She loves all that stuff.
What about me?
Are you romantic?
You tell me.
No, you're not.
Aren't I?
No.
I am.
No, you're not.
You're just saying it now.
No, you're not. No.
I am actually.
I do believe in love at first sight, but I'm not saying it does anyone any good. What happens after that? That's as much as I'm saying.
There you go. We've got three, you see, but there's one I can never remember her name. She does a lot of riding. I'm trying to think of a flipping name now. What's she called? Well, let's just call her Rosie for today. Yeah, Rosie. Good old Rosie.
I've pulled a muscle.